Welcome back to another video. In this video, we want to discuss, The 10 surprising benefits of fasting. So if you're interested in that, definitely stick around. Okay, so fasting, everybody knows it's super duper powerful, but it's again, like, why is it powerful? And that's something that I've explored for the last few years. You know, when I was growing up, I didn't really think too much about fasting, honestly. My parents and my family would be fasting during the month of Ramadan, which is like a religious holiday in Islam. Usually for 30 days you fast from sunrise to sunset, and then you eat after that. We ate a lot of junk food, to be honest with you, man. Like, I always felt like shit afterwards. But whatever the case, we fast. The reasoning was like, you feel what the poor people feel. But then again, sometimes you don't really understand that when you're a kid. But as I got older, then I started thinking about, okay, if I'm gonna be optimizing my body to my genetic potential, what can I leverage this tool as a technology possibly? And so that's what I did. I went down the rabbit hole of fasting. I actually settled on intermittent fasting, which is essentially you choose a schedule of when to eat and when to feed. And that's what I incorporated into the Core M3's protocol of metabolism. It consists of feed and fast. What do you intentionally put inside your body? And then how do you deprive your body of food and leverage the internal mechanics, the physiology to help you actually burn more fuel more efficiently? And so today's video is really going to be about those surprising facts. And of course, I have to be leveraging an AI for this because there's a lot of interesting facts that I want to learn as well. So let's go ahead to the machine right now and take a look at what the surprising facts are. Okay, so I asked the machine, tell me some 10 surprising benefits of fasting. So we'll go ahead and read through them real quick so that we were all aware of it. And then I'll have my own commentary on it for my experience as well. So fasting has been practiced for centuries as a spiritual and physical discipline. Okay, physical for sure, that's what I've been doing. Spiritual, this is something that's new to me as I've gotten older and I became more spiritual on my own, right? I have to discover it. When people told me when I was younger to be spiritual, it's a esoteric concept anyways, but more recently it has been shown to have several health benefits. Here are 10 surprising benefits of fasting. Number 1, weight loss. Fasting can lead to weight loss as it helps to reduce overall calorie intake and increase fat burning. Well, this is one of the reasons, yes, because what we need is for you to stop eating and your body to start burning the food or the fuel that it already has, right? So if you have a little bit of, cushion around your belly, around your chest, around your neck, around your, behind your arms, that's because you have extra energy storage. And again, you don't need all that. You really don't need all that. Even though you think this is naturally happening, it's really not. You are conditioning yourself to have extra baggage around you. So if you are fasting, you would be allowing your body to use that as fuel, and you might actually get a kick out of it. You might actually get a lot more energy than you actually thought that you had, because again, you're just storing energy for future use, which is never occurring. Next up, improved insulin sensitivity. Fasting can improve insulin sensitivity, which is important for managing blood sugar levels and reducing the risk of type 2 diabetes. Okay, so this is in correlation with not eating. So when you don't eat, what ends up happening is you're allowing your body to use what's already inside you. Similar concept as we just talked about before. And one of the key things that happens is all the sugar that's in your blood starts getting depleted. It goes to the muscles for its energy activity, it goes to your brain for energy usage. Remember, your brain gets 20% of your blood. And so it needs a lot of energy, to be honest, to function at its best. So when you are fasting, what you're allowing your body to do is use up all the sugars, and so your insulin requirements become lower because you don't have to keep producing, thinking, oh my god, I have so much sugars that I need to get out of the blood system. So the insulin actually calms down, your pancreas calms down. There's a lot of third order effects from you fasting as well. Number 3, increased longevity. Studies have shown that fasting can increase lifespan and reduce the risk of age-related disease. This also correlates with not eating so much, because when you're always eating, you're always using your machine, the body's machinery, to continuously process that food, whether it be for storage or for energy usage. More than likely it's for storage. And when you store too much, the storage facility gets really rotten because you just have way too much hanging around there. So a lot of unfavorable things start growing there that end up causing you to get even more sick. So if you do want to live longer, definitely incorporate fasting within your weekly cycle, whatever days. Technically, I like doing it every single day. Why not? I don't do it for exactly 18/6. I do it for more like maybe 12, 14, whatever it is. I try to leverage my sleep time, leverage my sleep time to also process, which is going to lead to another topic. If you are interested, why is it bad to eat right before you go to sleep? That's a conversation that I had with myself for a while. But if you are interested, write it in the comments below and I'll be able to make a video on that in the future. And definitely subscribe, of course, right? Okay, next up, reduced inflammation. Fasting has been shown to reduce inflammation in the body, which is a major factor in many chronic diseases. Okay, my commentary on this is yes, of course. You know why? Why? Because again, you don't have this constant inflammation occurring within you. Right now, when you are eating so much ultra-processed food, your body doesn't really know what is food, what is not food, because it looks similar, but it's not, and your immune system starts acting up, and so you're chronically inflamed. Like low-grade inflammation at all given times, which is why you get sick much easier, which is why you get a cold, which is why you get hurt easier or you bruise easy. These are some reasons, because if you're chronically inflamed, your body never really relaxes, and that causes a lot of problems. So when you are fasting, you're resting the digestive machinery to allow you to sort of heal, right? Calm down everything. Instead of the furnace being on 24 hours, the furnace is on only when it needs it. Better brain function. Fasting has been linked to improved cognitive function and reduced risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. So we're going to eventually state that Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes, right? So we always focus on type 2. Type 1, just for everyone, is something that you're deficient in. You're born with this genetic anomaly. Type 2 it's a lifestyle disease. You've actually caused this to yourself. And type 3, you cause it to yourself too, because what? If it is a sugar problem, that means all the sugars that's ravaging through your body, through your brain, is also scraping your brain lining as well, which is causing low-grade chronic inflammation at all given times. If you really think about everything I've just talked about so far, it's always linking somehow to each other, almost in a quantum state. This should be a good plug for my book, The Quantum Habit. So if you are interested in building habits, check out the comments below or the description below, where you can get a link to whether the Amazon or Gumroad, where you can go ahead and purchase it. I should probably have the audiobook out at that time as well. So maybe if you're like an audio learner, definitely take a look at that as well. Okay, moving on. Increased cellular repair. During fasting, the body shifts to focus its digestion to cellular repair, which can help to reduce the risk of diseases and improve overall health. Okay, that's cool. Exactly what I was telling you before. When you allow your body some time to rest, it can actually start doing other functions as well. If you're 24/7, storage facility, then how is your body gonna go into repair mechanisms and whatnot? Because you're just focusing all your attention, well, not you, but your body is focusing all its attention in fighting the wars that's always occurring, storing all that food, and at the same time smelling really bad, because again, when you have too much fat in one area, a lot of unfavorable characters grow, so their smells, their farts in a way, the sulfur bacterias create unfavorable characteristics within your body. So definitely I would recommend, fasting in the beginning if you are overweight and have these unfavorable things happening to you. Definitely take some time off from eating. You might need to take a break, or you need to take a break. Go on a retreat. Go on a fasting retreat where you don't eat for a little bit, so that you just get back to a normal homeostatic function. Number 7. Improved heart health. Fasting has been shown to lower blood pressure, reduce cholesterol levels, and improve overall heart health. Okay, this is something that there's billions of dollars being pushed into this. Fortunately or unfortunately, whichever way, I had extreme sensitive experiences with this type of situation with heart disease and my father and etc. And so I am very, very familiar with how this can cause, not cause, obviously fasting is beneficial, but how does heart disease actually become? And down that rabbit hole, what you realize is it always comes down to sugars. Why sugars? Because when you have too much of it, your body doesn't know what to do with it, so your body ends up creating fat out of it. And when you have too much fat and it's just roaming through your body, it gets stuck in areas as this war is occurring. There's byproducts of this war, and fat in itself is one of those things that go underneath the plaque. So when you think of plaque, those fatty deposits in your arteries, there you go. That's your reasoning. So my point is, if you start fasting, what's going to happen is you're going to use up all the sugars within your body. You're also going to be using up all the fats that's within your body. And so as a result, you're going to reverse the damages that's been occurring, because one, you're not going to have too much fat roaming around. Two, you're going to have the repair, remember the cellular repair mechanisms start to take effect. So you'll start cleaning out your arteries, and your heart will become more and more optimal in a way, right? Because your heart's just a muscle, but if you give it too much fat and it's not slowing down, causes a lot of other issues. Heart attack, obviously you don't want that, because then you're dead. That's one thing that most people don't realize, that the fact that you're breathing right now, the fact that you're listening to me, the fact that you're even alive is because your heart is still pumping the blood, the vital liquid of life, all right? Liquid gold, liquid red, whatever you want to call it. Without it, you don't really exist. Your brain cannot function. Your other body processes cannot function. Number 8, boosted immunity. Fasting has been linked to an increase in the production of white blood cells, which play a crucial role in the immune system. Again, always relating back to the same thing, right? They're all connected somehow. This is a big orchestra or symphony that's occurring at all times. So fasting can instantiate a lot of it. And in this case, boosted immunity, as I've said before, if you are not low-grade inflamed or chronically inflamed, then your immune system is going to come back to its optimal self. You'll allow it to actually function the way it needs to, not just all the time because of this ultra processed food that acts as food, but it's really synthetic chemicals that your body wants to get rid of. That should be pretty self-explanatory. I'm probably going to be talking a lot about the immune system throughout time, so if you are interested, comment below so I can prioritize, and maybe there's already a video that someone else can link it in the comments so that you can watch it as well. Again, we're building a community. Everyone is trying to optimize each other to our genetic potential. Number 9, reduce risk of cancer. Some studies have shown that fasting can reduce the risk of cancer by slowing down the growth of cancer cells and enhancing the effectiveness of chemotherapy. This ties back into the fact that you're not chronically inflamed, those cancer cells that exist. And that was one of those conversations I wanted to have before, those unfavorable guests. Not only can you have bugs like bacteria and viruses and everything to grow, fungus to grow in areas that have the situation, you can also grow internal auto bugs, right? So cancer is an auto bug. It's your genetic DNA, but it's out of whack. It's like, think of it as in a mental institution. It's crazy now, and it doesn't really know what it wants to do, but it's been programmed to live forever because we turned off the switch for it to die. Every cell has a switch to die, but we turned it off, or it figured out it has some genetic anomalies, which then now it's growing abnormally. So when you are not always eating, you allow the immune system to come back to life and figure that stuff out, and then get rid of all the issues that you might be having in the sense of cancer cells, because we're always having cancer cells. Our body already knows how to figure this stuff out. It's just when you have an influx and your body cannot reduce that, then you end up getting more problems. All right, number 10, last but not least, increased mental clarity. Fasting has been linked to increased mental clarity and focus, as well as reduced symptoms of anxiety and depression. Why? Why is this the case? Because again, you're not constantly putting in chemicals within your body with ultra processed foods. Every single food that you eat, really be cognizant of it. How does it change your mental patterns? Does it give you a high? Does it give you a rush? Does it keep you calm? What does it do, right? At the end of the day, when you eat ultra processed food, you're gonna have this mental fog because it's not clean energy. It's processed food that your body spends more time utilizing the blood that you have within your GI system versus giving the blood to your brain, where you can think better, have more clarity, really get to that area of your mind and soul that allows you to prosper. So when you're fasting, again, you reduce that requirement of you constantly thinking about food, and you allow your brain to really elevate itself. And so that's where the increased mental clarity comes in, and I would recommend you give it a try. And from what I'm hearing, and I haven't tried this, so you guys take it on with a grain of salt. The longer you fast, the more clarity you have, the more you connect with God. And that's apparently what Jesus did and a lot of these prophets did. So definitely interesting. I am not at that moment right now to do it. If I were to do it, then I wouldn't probably do it on like a weekend or like a week-long retreat where I don't have to think about other responsibilities. Because as you get older, the adults know in the room, you have to be adulting. You have a lot more responsibilities that you got to be making sure that you take care of all the people and things that you said that you are going to take care of. Your word is your bond. Anyways, with that being said, guys, those are the 10 benefits, weird, strange benefits of fasting. And hopefully you found value in one of them that you apply to yourself. Give it a try. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. And of course, as always, like the video. This really helps. Dislike the video. That also helps me understand what you disliked about the video. At the same time, subscribe. And as we push out better and better content, this is only gonna get better because we just started and the AI revolution has changed everything, changed the game. So we're gonna be coming strong. With that, go ahead and hit that like, well, we already talked about like the notification because that'll let you know when that next video will come out. With that being said, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.